for each of you, what would the inspection scene look like in 5 years in terms of skill sets? What will be the talent pool of inspectors, and what will the skill sets necessary or required of inspectors be in, say, 5 to 10 years? Will it be any different now from what we require now?
I'll give a concise answer because I haven't been concise previously, but I think it will change significantly. Today, it's all about the older, the more experienced, the captain or chief engineer, the more photos he takes, etc. Our data tells us that actually it's about their ability to understand our checklist, our requirements, our process, rather than trying to do everything their own way. So it's someone who has a more flexible mindset to standardization. That's the key.
I think I'll go back to some of the bits that came up in the earlier sessions. So the seafarer themselves, the role of the people. I think that is particularly for the type of inspections that we're conducting. Yes, there's the asset, the machinery, the process that are being followed, but the crew's competence, their well-being, all of these factors are critical to the risk that vessel presents and how well that vessel can operate. So I think inspectors that can engage with the crew and sort of understand those elements, not just the kind of core raw technical aspects and condition aspects of the vessels. I think empathy for the crew, being able to communicate, engage, to really get to some of those factors, I think is going to be important. And then, of course, technology is going to have more and more of a role to play, but potentially that can be more prior to the inspection in terms of guiding the inspector in where they need to look and how the inspection is conducted.
Well, you all have given very realistic answers. I will just go into a dream world now. In 5 years, what I feel is that the number of inspections need to be reduced. Today, a typical seafarer or a master on board the vessel in his or her 4 to 6 months contract will undergo a PSC inspection, a flag state inspection, a class inspection, a P&I inspection. You have the charterer's inspection. Then you have a marine superintendent inspection. You have a technical superintendent inspection. And then comes the audits, the internal audits, the external audits, ISM, MLC, ISPS. Now the cybersecurity auditors come in. And if karma has really hit you bad, you would end up with a pre-purchase and a pre-sale inspection and audit. So this is putting a lot of workload on the seafarers. On tankers especially, that is what I can comment on, is that one of the most important jobs of a seafarer is become successfully completing these inspections. Well, the main job of a seafarer is to operate that vessel safely and efficiently. And if we are allowed them to do this job rather than going to inspections, I think the output would be much better than just going through all these inspections and finally having reports which are just leading further to administrative burdens on the seafarers. Now, this is, again, as I said, because I'm an ex-seafarer, I feel more for it. But in the business sense, yes, inspections will improve quality and the commercial efficiency. Thanks.
Captain, very quickly, because we're out of time. In 5 words,
he
skill
said
set change.
5 words? Oh, he said karma with an R, okay? He rolled the R. Don't get dirty ideas. But I think in an ideal world, going even more ideal and more this thing like Shangri-La from you, I think with more online monitoring systems, real-time monitoring systems, the necessity of surveys might reduce, and then what happens is you may only need to go and inspect certain elements, just like a clinical operation, go in, that out, go out, just check this, come out. And everything else should be available and just probably sample bits of inspection. And that's where technology can be used, right? I mean, if you're going for a medical, you don't go for the same medical every 3 months. So you could just...
Thank you. Please join me in thanking my esteemed panelists for sharing their views very openly and authentically. Main takeaway, inspectors, you're not out of a job. but you might want to learn a little bit about data. And also, I think it's how do we collaborate together to gain more trust in the inspections that are done by putting the crew at the heart of it and having a bit more empathy of crew through the inspection process. That is probably what excellence looks like. So thank you, everyone. And yeah.